Hey, we're live again. This is Daphne Smith coming to you from a parking garage on the Ohio State University campus. This is a first for me in so many ways. I've gone live before, or maybe you're watching the recording from a vehicle. We just literally parked. If you saw my oops video earlier, you'll know that it was a 2-for-1 first time. I was in a parking garage in a moving vehicle. We have now come to a complete stop, and I'm not operating the vehicle, so it's all okay. Anyway, welcome to those of you who are watching live. For those of you who are watching the recording, I'm Daphne Smith, and I'm here with a word of encouragement. Today is the first of a 3-part series. And I will share with you that this series was inspired from a recent event that I attended in Nashville. I always start my new year off with a clean slate and trying something new, as a lot of people do. That's the whole New Year's resolution thing, right? So the last couple of years, I've had the privilege and the opportunity to go experience Best Year Ever, which is in Nashville, Tennessee, and it's run by Michael Hyatt and Company. I was just there last week with one of my girlfriends named Lisa. We met there in Nashville, and we got to experience the workshop together. One of the sessions was very impactful for me, and that is what has inspired this 3-part series. So today is part 1. So welcome those of you who are chiming in, and I hope that you will commit to being here the next couple of weeks as well. This does build one step at a time on each other, and that's what we're talking about today. Our next steps. Now, many people, I found there's really 2 camps. New Year's resolutions, for them or against them. Yes, I said them. No, I don't. And I'm not going to go into the philosophy behind that or the psychology behind that. Hey, Cynthia, thanks for joining me. I know, or I'm assuming you're in Texas. I'm here in a parking garage in Ohio. Great to have you with me. And when it comes to the new year and it comes to resolutions, whether you're for them or against them, whether you adopt them or you don't, the bottom line is, are you growing? And this time of year, I don't know about you, but as you're watching this, if something resonates, please type in me. That way I know it's resonating with you. Simply the word me. People can do one of 2 things. They can either set these huge goals and honestly, most often freeze before they reach them, or they set no goals. Pros and cons to both. I'm going to address this message today to those of you who are goal setters. And my friend Renee is coming back in the car. So here she is. I'm going to wave her in. There's Renee, officially known as my chauffeur. I didn't want her standing out in the parking garage freezing because it's snowing, y'all. We're going to start moving the car again. And so you'll get to see the winter wonderland behind us. Let me get on with the message because I value your time and I really believe there's going to be a takeaway for you today. So when it comes to these goals, before you set the goal, before you give up, determine your next step. Hey, Sherry, how are you, sweetheart? Great to have you with us. That's the very first thing to do. Determine your next step. By doing that, you're going to set yourself up for success, regardless of the goal. You see, here's where a lot of people get tripped up. They set a goal, and they either look so far into the future that they paralyze, they're frozen, paralysis analysis, we've heard it called. They don't know what to do next. Very typical. Now, the second step, thank you, my friend Michael. Great to see you, and so proud of you for the healthy things that you're doing with your life. So if you freeze up, you're going to quit. I don't want you quitting. I want you to determine the next baby step. That right there is a key. That right there, I believe, is going to make a difference for somebody who's watching this and their goals this year. You don't need to know step 63. You need to know step 1, or maybe step 0.5. What is just the very next step that you need to take? That little baby step. You know, there's a philosophy, it's the incremental change philosophy, that 1 degree makes a difference. 1 degree takes something from cold to freezing. 1 degree takes something from hot to boiling. So what is your 1 degree? What is your one baby step that you need to take towards your goals? The second point in determining your next steps is to seek outside help. We are made for relationship. There's that old expression, no man is an island, or we'll modernize it, no woman is an island. We need one another. And whether it is an accountability friend, whether it is a mentor, whether it is watching videos, it's listening to podcasts, we can glean from others without even being in their presence. So take a baby step. Make sure you partner up. This person that you're going to connect with needs to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of you. And the third point today is to commit to act. I'm here to tell you right now, if you are comfortable in the goal that you've set, it's not a goal that's going to grow you. When you commit the act, just like that famous explorer, who was that explorer, Renee, who burned the boats? I don't know. She's driving. She's focusing on where we're going. But if you know who that famous explorer is, it's like Cortez or somebody like that. He got to the island and they burned the boats. There was no turning back. That is committed. And in order for us to truly grow, we need to take a baby step. We need to have some accountability. We need to seek outside help. And we need to commit. You know, when my husband and I got married just over 30 years ago, I didn't get married to him and think, if it works out, cool. If it doesn't, I got a backup plan. I was all in. Now, along the way, that's a story for another time. I was committed. I was committed no matter what. And that's what we need to do with our goals as well. Here's the bottom line, folks. If you can clearly determine the path to get to your goal, then it's within your comfort zone. You're not really going to grow. I know how to make a dinner. I know how to write a book. I know how to put together a speech. And this isn't all about me bragging, but you have a list of things that you can do. You might want to improve them, and that's great. However, what's a goal that's going to cause you to grow? This year, let 2019 be your best year yet. And you do that through baby steps, by seeking outside help, and committing to act. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining today. If you know somebody who needs to hear this message, please share it on Facebook. Maybe have them subscribe to my YouTube channel, because remember, this is part 1 of a 3-part series. Who knows where I'll be broadcasting next week? I don't think it'll be in a parking garage, but you never know. So I'd love to see you tune back next week. Also, I always like to wrap up with a shout out of thanks. In addition to each one of you for tuning in, I want to give Michael Hyatt and Company a big shout out. Last week was fantastic. 2018 was my best year yet because of following their philosophies. And I'm going to say it was my best year up until now, because I believe 2019 is going to be even better for me and for you. Thank you for tuning in. And remember, you can live every day as a well-done life when you determine your next steps and take action. Bye for now. See you next week.